Hello and welcome to a bonus edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I'm going to attempt to do just that and do battle with today's Times Cryptic crossword. Now, this is an absolute beast of a puzzle, apparently. I've just checked the SNITCH rating. It's certainly, I think it's the second hardest puzzle in the last 3 or 4 months. So this is going to probably be quite a long video. And yeah, we should all learn something together. Now, before I start, I've got some big news. If you are into speed solving cryptic crosswords, it is the Times Crossword Championship coming up on the 21st of October, so it's not long away. I'll try and remember to put a link if you're interested in entering the competition, where you'll get to compete with the likes of Mark Goodliffe and even little old me. Then do think about applying, and there's an entry form basically. I think it costs about £40 to enter. So it's not cheap, but it's a whole day event. It's a lot of fun. You'll meet a lot of like-minded people with a love of cruciverbalism. And yeah, I certainly recommend it. This is, I think, the first one that there's been since COVID. I might be wrong about that, but I think that's right. So it's been a long time. We've missed it, and it's coming up very soon. Now, with all that said and done, let's. It's this one, isn't it? I don't get to do the concise or the quick cryptic. Let's have a look. Here we go. Oh, look, it even says it on the screen there. You see, Times Crossword Championship will be held on Saturday, October the 21st. Right, let's go. The exit for Spooner's pet that's worn at the top. Oh, goodness, something hat, probably. I mean, a spoonerism is something where you reverse the initial letters of a phrase. The exit for Spooner's pet, so it's going to be something like cat door or something, or cat flap. Cat flap, fat clap, flat cap. No, I haven't got that, have I? Flat cap. Yeah, that's it. So it's cat flap, but where we change, we sort of do a bit of juggling with the initial letters. A flat cap. I can't believe I've solved that. That's absolutely ridiculous. Right. One at sea, one down. One at sea, unsure about position of X. One at sea. It's probably the name of a boat then. Unsure about position of X. What's the position of X got to do with anything? X is between W and Y. One at sea. Floating. I don't know. I don't understand that clue at all. 2 down. Sarcastic card. First from rude writer. I think this is going to be the name of a writer. We're going to need a word that means sarcastic, a word that means card, and then the first letter from the word rude, which is an R. So that would give us an R here. Let's actually just see if that is justified by 13 across. That won't work. Not a coincidence. That won't work. No. Not a coincidence. A coincidence is a... So yeah, it's tricky this, because not a coincidence could be the definition. But it could be a phrase that means that won't work without the letter A in it, because we take not a, and it means coincidence. Oh, I don't know. Let's try 3 down. Young creature, cub, no end, Q, timid, shy, comfortable, cushy. Okay, we can do that one. So yeah, so young creature, cub with a no end, take the B off the end. 3-letter word for timid, there are 2, coy and shy, I think. And shy obviously gives us a word which means comfortable, so that's going to be right there. So water regulator, stalls 1 after tick. Water regulator, it's like a tap, isn't it? Or a weir, or a lock. Stalls 1 after tick. I don't know. Let's try 11 across. Old boat at hand carrying extra weight. Oh, wow. I don't know. This is going to be an old name for a boat, which is a terrifying thing. There are so many sort of words for boats. I don't know. Okay, so this isn't good. So although we got off to a good start, we've quickly come a cropper. Let's try 8 across. Decoration is perfect, fitted with new bow or new bow. Perfect. Perfect could be to a T or something like that, or ideal. Fitted with new bow, so it seems like it's going to have N in the middle of it for new. And the bow or the bow is the front of the boat. Decoration. I don't know. Let's try 5 across. Leaving vehicle. Dropping the last cake. Leaving vehicle. I don't know. Again, this is definitely a hard puzzle. Let's try 5 down. Condensation as small freezer initially packs up. Wow. Condensation. I mean, again, I sort of feel like it means condensation, this answer. But I can't get a better handle on it than that. I looked at that one, didn't I? 6 down. Fix up mother. With part, that's rather complicated. Heath Robinson. That's rather complicated. Fix up could be the word rig reversed. G-I-R. With mother, that could be M-A. Or damn. It's rather complicated. Gordian. No, Gordian's not enough letters. Okay, 7 down. Admission from painter. His last gets duplicated. Admission. Ingress. God dear. Okay, so there is a painter. Ingra. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I know if I repeat the last letter, I get ingress, which is an admission, as into to gain entry to something would be via an ingress or to ingress, I think. So that feels like it's right. 9. One who wrote with twice the energy at length. One who wrote. So that sounds like it's the name of an author. With twice the energy. So it seems E can be an abbreviation for energy. So I'm wondering if this ends double E, perhaps. But energy can also be go. Hugo. Twice the energy at length. Gogol. He wrote. Wow. So that, well, this I think is justifiable. Twice the energy is saying find a word for energy and have it twice. Or go is if you've got a lot of get up and go, you've got a lot of energy. So go, and then L for length. Gogol, I think, was a Russian writer. So I'm going to go with that. 10 down. After review, settle pattern for official document. Okay, well, settle pattern is 13 letters. So I'm thinking if we review those letters, we can anagram them. And maybe we can come up with an official document, which is going to be letter something, maybe? Letters patent or something? Letters patent. I think I have heard that expression before. I have no idea what that means. But that feels like it's going to be right. I mean, even the answers here are tricky, aren't they? It's not just that the clues are difficult. The answers they feel right on the edge of my ken. Let's try this one. 12 across. Enemy confined to camp with several bonds. Covalent. Covalent. Oh, trivalent. That's got rival. God, even that's not easy. So trivalent, I think, is some sort of chemical bond, a bit like covalent. Don't ask me what the difference is, but I can see that this has got tent around the outside, which is camp, isn't it? If you're confined to camp, you're in a tent. So in the word tent, we put a word for an enemy, which is a rival. Just be aware with cryptic crosswords, often the use of enemy is synonymous with time. Time is considered to be the enemy. The old enemy is time. So sometimes this answer could have had time in the middle of it, but it didn't this time. 15 across. Timid type. Mouse. Eating second. Dessert. Moose. That one's easier. We can do that one. Oh, let's have a look here. Fix up. A rigmarole. I'm so dumb. That's so annoying. Because I even thought of the word synonym rig for fix. But I didn't think of it as meaning fix up. Because I wanted to reverse rig and give GIR. But if we just let rig sit there, add mar for mother to that, add a word for a part, a role in a play, rigmarole gives something that's rather complicated. Let's go back there then. Leaving vehicle, dropping the last, cake. Leaving vehicle. Leaving vehicle. Tart. I'm trying to think of a word for a cake that would go in here. Just try to check that. No, okay. I think I've already looked at these. I couldn't do them before. Let's try this one. I mean, the letters are so bad, but let's at least. Well, I suppose at least we've got some letters. Large head on president that should be recognisable. Likeness. That's right. Goodness me. Okay, so here, large is L. You might see that on a T-shirt label. It might have an L on it, mightn't it, which means large size. President is Ike. Ike Eisenhower. And then we've got Ness for a head, as in a headland. Let me just show you some of these, actually. Because some of these might seem completely bonkers, but Ness, a headland, there it is, straight away. And then, and a likeness, obviously if something's recognisable, it would be a likeness of something. Let's try this one. So 20 down. Chief annoyed about persistent small loss. Chief. Annoyed, irked. Nettled. Chief annoyed. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. That's one of these ones which is terrifying because I can't even pass the clue. I mean, I should be able to pass the clue after decades of doing these puzzles, but I read that and I'm not sure whether it means chief or it means loss. Okay, let's try 23. Angel at last. L stands in for a goddess. Diana. Angel at last stands in for a goddess. Sorry, brain isn't working. Don't know what that is. Discontented but not hungry. Fed up. If you're fed up, you're obviously discontented. But if you're fed up, you're also full. Okay, so what's this then going to? Is this going to be Flora or something? I think Flora was a goddess in Scandinavian mythology. Oh, well, it is that. So it's Angel at last, which is L, the letter L, and that stands in the letters F-O-R-A, 4A, and that gives Flora. And I think Flora was a goddess. I don't know if the dictionary will support that. I'm not changing the answer, so let's put it in. Flora. You see, it doesn't list it as a goddess there. But I think Flora was a goddess. Yeah, we'd need a dictionary with proper nouns in it to see that one. So let's try 16 down. Innkeeper conceals worried mind, being possible prey for the devil. Wow. Well, it feels like we need a 4-letter word for an innkeeper, and that's going to surround an anagram of the word mind, because we're going to worry the letters of mind. And if you worry them, you sort of agitate them. But what does this definition mean? Being possible prey for the devil. I have no clue. And I don't think I know a synonym for an innkeeper. So that's probably from some sort of literary reference. But my brain is not telling me about famous innkeepers. So let's try 21 down. Slope, italic, leading aircraftmen to block soldiers. Wow, I don't know. I mean, this feels like it's the name for a leading aircraftman, and I'm not very good at knowing your sort of military ranks. I mean, I'm thinking ace might be a leading aircraftman, an air ace, and that blocks, so I think it surrounds soldiers, which could be men. That would be a word for the soldiers, but also soldiers has lots of little abbreviations for various types of soldiers. So RE, the Royal Engineers, RA, the Royal Artillery, OR, other ranks. Don't know. Let's try the 25. Visitor from space, tricked properly, we hear. Oh. Well, properly could be right, R-I-G-H-T, and we here is saying we need a homophone for that word. And that would give us R-I-T-E. So I'm wondering if this is something, this is a type of sort of, it's like meteorite, which would be a visitor from space, wouldn't it? Tricked. For some reason my brain was saying cordrite, but I don't think it is. Tricks. If you're chondrite, if you're conned, you're tricked, aren't you? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to leave right in, but I'm not very sure. I'm not certain it's correct. Let's try 27. Hair piled up. That could be mop. To sides of peak. I don't think so. Whoa. Hair piled up to sides of peak. I don't think so. What? Top knot. Oh, it's right. Okay. I mean, that's just total luck that I've solved that. Okay, the way I solved this was I was thinking about the sides of the word peak, and I could see that was P and K, and I had a P in the answer, so I put the K there. I still didn't get it at this point, and then I was thinking, what are synonyms for I don't think so? And then I thought maybe not, and then I could see it had K-N-O-T at the end, and then my brain finally allowed me to understand the answer. So top knot, how is it working? We've got hair piled up is the definition. 2 is just this TO here. Sides of peak, PK, I don't think so, not. Right, is this Etonian then? No. Chief annoyed about persistent small loss. Chief. Oh, erosion. Persistent small loss. That might be erosion. Yeah, okay. It's just going to be erosion. I haven't worked out why yet. I do understand it now. So chief annoyed about is saying, find a synonym for a chief. Well, a chief is a number 1. N-O-1. I mean, it's outrageous. N-O-1, but that's what it means. Annoyed, if you're annoyed about something, you're sore. So if you turn number 1 and sore about, you get the word erosion, which is a persistent small loss. That is not easy. Let's try. Have I looked at this one? Oh, I have. Oh, bobbins. Right, let's try this one. At least this would give us the start starting letter in the one down clue. Lively exam, not very old. Viva is an exam, an oral is an exam. Lively. Lively. Oh. I don't know whether I think this means lively or I think it means old. Or even, I don't think it means not very old, which I know is what it wants me to think it means. I don't think it means that. Lively. Ah, sorry, my brain isn't telling me what that one is. Let's try 14 down. Are endless ravines about 1? We don't use these now. Anachronisms. No. I mean, ravines. What are ravines? Gorges? We don't use these now. So are endless. No, are endless. That's probably AR. Ravines, gorges, about 1. Argeorges. I don't know. Let's think of another word for a ravine that's not gorge. Canyon. Canyon. No. I don't know. Annoying clue. Let's try that one. Film cut badly, featuring a bridge. Film cut badly. I wonder if that's an anagram of cut. And that features a bridge. I don't really like that, I have to say. Short synonyms for films. Pick. E.T. is sometimes we see that quite often. So pick. Or maybe we need a synonym for cut badly. Gash. Cut badly. I don't know. Okay, let's try this one. Big wins, but the way forward's missing the 5th. Big wins. KOs? Like KOs, I'm thinking maybe that spelling of KO. But the way forward's missing the 5th. No, I think that's not right. That doesn't feel right. Big wins, routes. Routes. Oh, so that's right. Okay. Route. Okay, so it's routes, which is a way forward. Missing the 5th, which is, well, not only its 5th letter is an E, but the 5th letter of the alphabet is also E. So you can take your choice about how that clue works, but it's definitely we're dropping the 5th letter of either the alphabet or the word to give roots. Okay, so now we get an R for the one at C. Floating, unsure. Floating voter. Ah, I like that. Yes. Okay. A floating voter is somebody who doesn't know, where they're going to place their vote or their X on a voting slip. So, and I think the one at C is sort of hinting at the fact that the word floating is being used, but also, it's in the expression floating voter. So that's lovely. That's a huge advance actually, because now at least we get all these starting letters. Decoration, OBE, is perfect, fitted with new. Bow or bow. I'm thinking of like obsequious. Obeisance. Oh, that's right. One of my favourite poems features this word, which is the not the least obeisance made he, not an instant stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched and sat and nothing more. The Raven, of course, by Edgar Allan Poe. So decoration, OBE, as in a Medal of Honor, is perfect, ace, Fitted with new, or put an N in the middle of it. N is a valid abbreviation for new. Obeisance. If you not the least obeisance, not the least bow, without, you know, sort of haughtily, the raven strutted in and sat on the chamber door. Okay, let's see. So we've got 11 across. Old boat, tubby. Yeah, okay, so an old boat is a tub. If something's at hand, it's by. And if you're carrying extra weight, you are tubby. So now we should be able to get 2 down, hopefully. Sarcastic. Card. First from rude. Writer. Oh no. Sarcastic card. What on earth is this about? I can only think of one word that fits, and it's acerbic. It is acerbic. I don't believe it. Okay, well, that's just a lucky answer because I've just thought of a word that fitted. I didn't understand why it was acerbic until I sort of dug down into the wordplay. A card is an ace, as in like the ace of spades. The first letter from rude is R. A writer is a bic, as in a pen. So that gives us acerbic, which does mean sarcastic. Now, is this no chance then? That won't work, no chance. Not a coincidence. Yeah, not a coincidence is no chance, isn't it? This is a sort of double definition. If you say no chance to something, you're saying it won't work. But it would be a way of saying that's not a coincidence, though it was not down to chance. So we should be able to get that now, maybe. Pinstripe. I wanted to say it's not pinstripe. I don't know. Oh, water regulator. Stalls one after tick. What's that thing called? Stopcock? No, it's not stopcock. I don't know. You can certainly see certain similarities in some of the letters there. A water regulator. Penstock, I want to say. Is that a thing? You know, that's weird. That is right. But I have no idea what that is. For some reason that has popped into my brain as a word. And then I thought about the wordplay, and I can see how it's the answer, because a stool is a pen. And one after tick, well, if a clock goes tick, the next thing it will do is go tock. So one after tick is tock. So pens and tock we put together gives penstock, which must be a water regulator of some sort. I'm not changing the answer, so we will look it up. And I will get to learn what that word is. Penstock. A sluice. There we are. A valve-controlled water conduit. Well, it couldn't be clearer that that is a valid definition. Look at this, though. This is the sort of stuff of nightmares, where you have this, you know, you've got a hard down answer with an E and an I in it, so it's just useless, and an R and an I in this one across. So let's have another brief look at 5 down. Condensation. A small freezer initially packs up. Small freezer initially. Condensation. Icicle, I want to say, or stalagmite or stalactite. Condensation. A small freezer initially packs up. Oh, I don't know. Leaving vehicle. Dropping the last. Cake. I think I've got more chance of getting this. A leaving vehicle, I was thinking of hearse and things like that. You know, is that what that's trying to get at? But I don't love that. A vehicle could be a car. I mean, could this begin car? Leaving, it would then mean. But why is the vehicle dropping the last? I don't know. Oh, and there's pie. Is pie a cake? Leaving. No, I don't like that. So maybe there's a short synonym for cake, though, that I'm not thinking of. Cake could mean like set, couldn't it? If something cakes, it gels. I'm not sure. Okay, have we looked at this? Oh, this is the R. No, we don't want to look at that. Let's try the... Oh, I've not looked at this clue. Time referee retired having fallen ill and struggled. So I think it means struggled. Time is going to be this T. Referee retired. Well, referee could be ref or ump. Having fallen ill. Ooh, I don't know what that means. And struggled. I don't know, let's try that one. Oh, this is no. Ooh, cut badly. Well, that could be an anagram then of cut in the middle of this. Filch featuring a bridge. I don't know. Let's try this one again. Lively exam, not very old. Lively. I think there is a word, something like vivace. I think that does mean lively. But I might be wrong. And I can see how that has got viva at the start. But why would CE then be not very old? It wouldn't. I mean, it just wouldn't. So... exam. I think it must be viva somehow, or... what other words are short synonyms for exams? Orals? Tripos? Lively. If that were, what about if this was a V? Film, maybe that could be video, vid. Cut badly. Viaduct. Viaduct, wow. Okay, well I've backed into that one. So how is this working? We've got film, vid, cut badly, so that's an anagram of cut. So we've got viduct featuring the letter A. So we put the A in the middle. And we get viaduct, which of course is a bridge. It's in the Thelwall Viaduct, which I saw for the first time in 30 years the other day. 26 across. Secret policeman's arrest. I've not looked at this one. Secret policemen's arrest. So policemen, that makes me think we're looking at sort of a group of policemen, like Scotland Yard or the Met. Secret policemen. Stasi? Arrest. Why can't my brain compute what's going on with that? And then we've got the slope. Oh, this is where it's going to get very tricky all of a sudden, I think. If that was a C, how would this work then? R endless, AR. Chasms, archaisms, yeah, that's right, okay. I've been lucky a number of times here. I've sort of backed into the right answers. That does look like it's something like... oh, stasis is a... oh, that is right, good grief. Okay, so it's Stasi for the secret policeman, and then apostrophe S, is that S there? And that gives stasis if we say it differently, which is a word. If you're in a state of arrest, you would be in a state of stasis. You wouldn't be moving, would you? So 21 down. Slope leading aircraft man to block soldiers. Slope. I don't know. Let's... and can I justify exam? Not very old. Maybe I'm not remembering. I'm sure that's a word, but maybe I'm misremembering it because I don't understand this at all. Exam, that is a viva, but then you could knock a V out because it says not very. Exam viva. Not, or maybe it's a word for old without, not very. So lively. Or, you know, wouldn't it be terrifying if it was that? Exam. Not very old. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what this one is. Let's go back to this one. 22 down. Time referee retired, having fallen ill and struggled. Time referee retired, having fallen ill and struggled. Travailed. I quite like travailed. That means struggled, I think. But why? That's the next question. Oh, VAR. I suppose VAR is, I mean, it's a hot topic for me as a Liverpool fan, let me tell you, VAR. VAR, they don't do a very good job of being referees in my experience. Time T. Referee, maybe that is VAR. Retired, so reversed. Having fallen ill, ailed. And that means, and travailed is to struggle, so that's probably right. Okay, let's come back to this then. Slope. Leading aircraftman to block soldiers. Slope. What is that? Is it like... I don't know. To block. And what's this one now? So, oh, this is the innkeeper. Where I thought there might be an anagram of mind in this, didn't I? So that looks still possible if it was this. Then what's this then? Being possible prey for the devil. Hindmost. Yeah, that feels right, doesn't it? If you're at the back, if you're the most back part of a stampede or something, you might be possible prey for the devil, question mark. Tail end Charlie or something. I think there might be a phrase, you know, to do with if you're at the back, the devil might catch you. That feels like that. That's the sort of thing that I'm sure exists in English somehow. If that's right, we would get, what's this one then? This is the visitor from space. Tricked. So chondrite again feels CHOND. Chondrite, is that a word? That would give us a C here, wouldn't it? So slope leading aircraftman to block soldiers. Ace. Slope leading aircraftman. What is a leading aircraftman? Is it like a flight lieutenant or a an admiral's a ship, I think. A leading aircraftman. Pilot. No. I'm sure it's not pilot. I want to use ace. I mean, ace feels right. A leading aircraftman, an air ace. That feels right. But if I do put ace here, then what is this? I mean, obviously it could be a lot of things, but how does what it is fit in with this clue? Slope. Leading aircraftman, ace, to block soldiers. So that would imply blank LS could be soldiers somehow, which doesn't feel right at all. I'm just giving it a moment's thought, if that's all right. Places. No, I hate that. I hate this answer. I don't think it's right. I'm also very unsure about this word. I'm very unsure about that word. It could be a word, but I'm not certain. So let's think about, okay, let's go with the C here again. I'm thinking, see if we can think of another word that could go in here. So slope leading aircraftmen to block soldiers. What could soldiers be in this context? GIs? No. Slope. I don't know. My brain is not telling me anything about this. So we've got this one, which I don't understand, but I think is probably vivace. We've got these two, which are just completely opaque to me. Let's try 5 down again. Condensation. A small freezer initially packs up. Freezer initially packs up. Sort of, it feels like I want to say ice cube or something. Condensation. Dew. Rhyme. A small freezer initially packs up. Wow, this is good, isn't it? I'd have no idea what this is. Small freezer initially. I mean, that freezer initially might be put ice at the start of something. Condense. There's too many words in this clue. There's far too many words. Also, packs up makes me think it could be a hidden. I haven't discounted that, but I can't see Easerin or something. That's just not right, is it? Tinired. Ireza. No, that's nonsense. No, I sort of just all of the thoughts I'm having are just total and utter nonsense. Leaving vehicle, dropping the last cake. Leaving vehicle, getaway car or something. Vehicle dropping the last cake. Train. But leaving vehicle. Oh, maybe it's something like maybe it's a word that means leaving a vehicle, like disentraining or something. Dropping the last, which, so we could drop the G from that, couldn't we? That would give us this ending. And then we're looking for a word for a cake that would go in here. Oh, I suddenly thought muffin or something like that. Yeah, there's going to be something like that, isn't there? Leaving vehicle. So, disembarking. We need a word for disembarking, which we can use here. And it's going to be the name of a cake. Marlin or Merlin or what could this letter be? It could be, the thing is, it could be a lot of things, actually. There are a lot of words that fit here. So our best way of doing this is going to be to think of the name of the cake, I think. And I haven't thought of it yet. Come on, brain, think of the name of the cake. Oh, K there. Oh, Bet you there's some sort of weird cake that could go in that into that leaving vehicle. Quite like the K there, but I can't think of the word. I mean, there's loads of words that go in here. This is bad. Loads of letters, sorry, that go in here. Or I have to get this one. Oh no. So literally ignorance is costing me this. I don't know for sure what this word is. And the wordplay is eluding me. So although I think it's vivace, I don't know. I think I've heard of a word, chondrite. Don't know how to spell it. I'm guessing C-H-O-N-D. So that might be right there. This one then, slope leading aircraftman to block soldiers. So if that was a C, I think it's going to mean slope. But that's a weird word, isn't it? Because what's this letter here? Is it an E? Or is it something else? And what are the soldiers here? Slope leading aircraftman to block soldiers. Visitor from space. Maybe there's another word here for tricked that I might be missing. Conned I really like though. That feels right to me. Okay, or it's this one. At least if I could get this one, I could probably get 5 across then, I think. Condensation. Condensation. I mean, what could that be? Hail? As small freezer initially packs up. As small freezer initially packs up. Maybe it is something ice. Oh no, I mean that would make this word really weird, wouldn't it? That's not the name of a cake. No, that's total and utter nonsense. Okay, so it's this. This is the one we're going to have to work out what's going on. Something tip. Condensation. A small freezer initially. What does that mean? A small freezer. Small freezer. I keep thinking of ice. Initially packs. That could be the word, the letter P, and we could be sending something upwards from there. So that might give it. Oh, parking. Oh yeah, parking. I think I've heard of. I think there is a parking cake. Leaving vehicle might be parking, mightn't it? Okay, I like that. Précis. Oh, condensation is a yeah, if you précis something, you condense it. As small freezer. A freezer is an icer. I-C-E-R. That's something that freezes things. Then initially packs is P, and you turn the whole thing up. Small icer P. Reverse the whole thing. Précis. Condensation. That is absolutely brutal. Okay, but that's good. Right, let's put vivace in here. And let's try and work out why we think it's right. So, lively, I think that means vivace. Might be wrong. If I am, Apologies. Exam. Must be Viva. Unless I'm knocking something out of Viva. So if that's correct, though, if exam is Viva, then not very old is CE. I mean, which is bonkers. Not very old. Not very. What words are there that mean very? To, TOO? So, SO? Not very old. So I don't understand this one. I mean, we're at the point where I'm going to have to guess it, I think. Obviously, if I was in the Times Championship, I would have guessed it a long time ago. I just wish I could explain it to you. Sometimes it's not always easy, though, to explain the wordplay to things. And you can often get yourself into a mental block. So, a chordrite? No. Chondrite. I want to say things like achondrite as well. Acondite might be a word, I'm not sure. Tricked. From space. Visitor from space, that's what this is. Visitor from space. Is there some sort of other construction we could be going for here? Tricked, conned, tricked, rused, trick. To trick is to mislead. It's to con. It just feels like I really like chondrite here for some reason, which would give me a C here, I think. So all I've got to do now, I mean, if it's as complicated as Précy, goodness only knows what's going on here. Slope, leading aircraftman. A leading aircraftman. Could that be like a lieutenant colonel or something? LTCO? To block soldiers. But then what would soldiers be? Blank S. I mean, there are so many abbreviations for soldiers. There probably is an abbreviation I'm not thinking of. Slope. I mean, soldiers couldn't be slices, could they? As in slices of toast, you know, that you dip into your egg. No, that's just total nonsense. Slope. Yeah, it's not. This is tricky because I'm not sure about chondrite either. Maybe we'll allow ourselves, you know, just in the interest of getting the video finished, I should check vivace and chondrite. Because if chondrite's just total nonsense, then I'm totally barking up the wrong street. I don't like doing that, though. I really don't want to do that. No, I'm not doing that. Not doing it yet, anyway. Let's try again. So, slope, leading aircraftman. Leading aircraftman. Maybe it's just lieutenant or lieutenant. Maybe a lieutenant is a leading aircraftman. Wouldn't it be flight lieutenant, though? To block soldiers. I like ace as well for a leading aircraftman. Really do. That would fit with chondrite. But that would mean I need to think of a word that means slope. We've already done this exercise. I couldn't think of it. Glacis, places. What else could we have? What other, yeah, the other, to block, and also the leading aircraftman to block the soldiers makes me think I probably have to put the leading aircraftman in the middle of a word for soldiers, which has got an S at the end of it. And that just, it feels so difficult. Why is it a plural? Or it probably isn't a plural, but slope, gradient, slant, but that's not plural. Oh, unless it's soldiers are ants. Oh, that's, I don't mind that. To block, maybe it's soldiers are ants there. Oh, that would, well, that breaks this one totally though. That can't be a word that would go in there that would work. No, okay. Unless the soldiers, maybe something like a line, slope. No, the only construct. Oh, no, this is total nonsense. Soldiers and ants are synonymous, but I can't see how to make that work in this construction. Slope, leading aircraft man to block soldiers. Maybe. Okay, so maybe we've got to think about this differently. Maybe this is a word that means soldiers then. That could be true, couldn't it? Troops, but it's not troops. Soldiers are, I don't know, but how could we construct the clue from that? So slope with a leading aircraftman to block the word for slope. So slope could be, this is really difficult though, because slope, Alp? An Alp isn't a slope. An Alp is a mountain, that's different from a slope. Slide is a slope. Soldiers. Okay, so if this was a C, and we're trying to think of a word for soldiers here, what could it be? Soldiers are grunts sometimes, aren't they? Soldiers are... I don't know. I don't know what it is. Thing is, to soldier can obviously mean slightly different things as well. So if you soldier on, you sort of persevere. To block, I mean, to block soldiers. No, I mean slope, leading aircraftman. To block soldiers. I don't know. I'm really struggling. Okay, so we need to get this video done, don't we? So let's try and check vivace. Vivace does mean lively, so that's good. And look, viva is sitting here as well. Long live, but also, yeah, an oral examination. So I don't quite understand the ending for that. Let's check chondrite, which is, I'm not at all sure about. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Oh no, there it is, chondrite. A meteorite. So that is correct as well. So we understand, so we've basically solved everything in the puzzle apart from this one. Slope leading aircraftmen to block soldiers. Oh no, come on, Simon. I mean, what's this letter? Slope. I mean, is it possible that this is not a consonant or an E? I mean, could it be A, I, slope, O? I mean, it could be any of these things, couldn't it? It just doesn't seem... If it is, I'm just not thinking of the word, and that's bad. Leading aircraftman. See, I wish... I wonder if it's something like Lieutenant in Command or something, LIC. I mean, that's just... Or something Air Commodore. Oh, there's Air Commodore. That might be a thing. I don't know. Air Commodore. Quite like that as an idea. No, I mean, it's not a rank I have any knowledge of, but I reckon an Air Commodore would be quite a senior rank. Okay, so that would give me an A here. Now, do we think the Air Commodore is blocking a word for soldiers then? That's blank L, blank S. What could that be? I don't know. Soldiers. And then if that is all correct, slope is what then? I mean, what is this letter? K? Alax or something? I hate it. It's just wrong. It's just not that. D? No. E could be. F, G. I mean, I haven't even got an answer I can put in here. It's quite rare for me. It's actually very rare for me to not even have a clue about what to even guess for a word. I feel very bad because I think I'm wasting all your time. I'm so sorry about this. Slope. What? And this is all based on this being an A as well, which is completely and utterly... I mean, Air Commodore. Let's just see if AC is Air Commodore. Well, it is sort of aircraftman. So that's quite actually. Maybe it's just aircraftman. I mean, it's an abbreviation I didn't know before. Aircraftman. There it is. AC. So maybe. Oh, now I'm totally confused. Slope leading. And what's leading aircraftman? Maybe maybe slope leading or something is something. Maybe that's a definition, that slope leading. And then we've got AC to block some soldiers. But then, even if all of that is true, what's the word? I think the problem is that this letter especially is, I suspect, not an E, and I suspect not a K. A, I. Feels like there might be a word that fits that pattern, doesn't it? O, let's put O in, just see if we can. No, I don't like that. U, where is the U on my keyboard? Here. That looks horrible. That's not right. Slope leading aircraftmen to block soldiers. This is a long video as well. It's much longer than I was hoping. And I didn't ever manage to explain this, so I feel even worse. Slope leading aircraftman. Maybe LAC can be leading aircraftman. Oh, for goodness sake. I mean, that's so ridiculous. I mean, honestly, that is ridiculous. I've been doing this puzzle for decades, and I have never seen that abbreviation before. I've never seen it in the listener before. LAC, leading aircraftman. Wow, okay. So LAC is leading aircraftman. That blocks soldiers. SAS, maybe. That would give us slackers. That's just not it, is it? That feels ridiculous as well. But now our soldiers are blank to GI, so glasses, maybe. That might be a word. GIs for soldiers. Feels like it might have some glacier or something. A glacier slopey thing, isn't it? I think I would go for this. Let's well, hang on. I am going to go for this. Okay, so I'm not going to change my answer. So let's now see whether the computer is going to say I put it wrong. Well, there we go. That's just my ignorance. I did not know that was a thing, but I'm very confident this is right, and it is. Wow, that's a dreadful, dreadful time, and that's a really hard puzzle as well. I mean, so two aspects to it. It's a lot of ignorance from me, where I had to back into a number of words. I don't know if I should feel even any pride at all in being able to finish that puzzle. I don't really. I feel I've let everybody down. But I do think that this clue in particular is absolutely vicious. Maybe glacis, or however you say that, is a commoner word than I think it is, but crossing chondrite, which I think is a word that's only just on the edge of my consciousness. And even Starsies, you know, the definition, the way this 26 worked was difficult. Travailed wasn't simple. Hindmost, what was that getting at? There's a lot of sort of exotica in this. And I still don't understand vivace, so someone is going to have to explain that one to me. But that is how to solve it. And I'm very sorry that it's taken me this long. I hope, especially the last God knows how long, when I was trying to work out what this answer might be, was forgivable. Let me know in the comments if these are even worth doing. I don't know. The algorithm doesn't like them, and I sometimes wonder when it's such a battle whether anybody really enjoys watching it. But maybe it still is worth it. I don't know. Let's try letters patent. Let's just understand what they are as well while I remember. Letters patent. They are there we go. A document conferring a patent or privilege, so called because it's written on open sheets of parchment. Another right up to date reference. That was hard. Anyway, and that is it solved. So that is, I suppose, something. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back later with normal editions of Cracking the Cryptic.